So let's see if we have completed a step 2. So step 2, basically we are creating the relationship, nothing else. Okay. Now it is saying model hierarchy. So here we can see that relationship object which we have created. So already we came here and we saw that. So step 2 is completed. Here we completed entity based object. Here we created entity relationship. These two step. Now third, what we are going to do? Now define entity type. Okay. So whatever entity we have created, like customer address, so we have to convert them to entity type. Like as we know that Ravi is one person who can stay in the customer table. So Ravi is one entity and customer is entity type, right? So whatever base object we have converted, these are the kind of entity based object. These are not entity type. Okay. So now in this step, we are going to create kind of entity type and relationship type. Okay. So here how to convert this entity based object to entity type. So here we have the step model hierarchy entity based object. So here we can see already we have let's come to hierarchy. Let's come to base object. So here we have already created our kind of entity. Now if you right click here, then here we will get option to create the entity type. Let's see the step. So here we need to go base subject of table, entity table, and right click and then add entity type. Okay. So if we are coming here and if you right click here, we are getting option add entity type. Why we are not getting that option? We are getting add entity icon, add hierarchy, add profile. This should show option like add entity type, right? Name as address or customer, can check entry in the CRBO view class. So step is fine, hierarchy, then entity objects, then customer, right click, add entity type. So here we are not getting entity type. I think we are getting this error due to that we are not getting a what. Let's see here. Because this will create new entity, this will convert, this is create foreign relationship, this will create package, this is identity icons, this is add hierarchy, this is add profile. Let me restart this console, but we are getting failure, so maybe due to that we are not getting the option. Let me pause the recording. Yeah, so here we just deploy this MDM Hub console, this client tool, and then we restart it. And then here we can see now the option is showing add entity type. Okay. So this kind of glitch disturbance we will face multiple times while configuring this. So add entity type, just need to click on add entity type. Okay. So entity type, this is customer. So we can just give a name like customer. Customer. Let's save it. Here we have to select the color and icon also so that we can differentiate each entity with each other. And a small icon for customer, we will select icon which will match to the customer kind of. So for customer, we will have some person related. Doctor, envelope, this, family. Here we can see person related icon, okay. And here we can select the large icon. So icon related with person, we can select person, okay. Because this icon will represent this customer details, so just we can save it. Now the same thing we have to do for address. Now right click address, add entity type. Okay. So let's give name as address, address. And here same thing, color for address, let's take a red kind of so that we can differentiate. And for address, what should icon we should take? Here we have the icon for address, this. And what is the large icon for address? This one we have. Okay, so we have selected, just save it. So now come to the steps. So entity type, we have defined customer and address, right? And can check the entry in CRBO class. Now we can come in backend here. in this table, and let's try to refresh it. Not refresh it. Here we have to run this. So here now we are able to see two entry. So this table was created by MDM. So now we are able to see two entry. Why? Because this time we have defined two entity type. Okay. So two entity type, what is the name?